What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Latch.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at UFC 278 Usman versus Edwards 2. We're going to be looking at the main event, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman versus Leon Rocky Edwards. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We're putting out videos for almost every fight night and pay-per-view. So if you're looking for content like this, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get right into it, Jeff. What we got?
All right, so we got the champion Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. He's 20-1, 35 years old. He's 6 feet tall. He has a 76-inch reach. He's coming off back-to-back wins against Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. And he's going up against Leon Rocky Edwards. He's currently ranked number 2. He's 19-3, 30 years old, 6'2", 74-inch reach. And he's coming off a win against Nate Diaz. And before that was no contest against Bilal Muhammad. What do you think, Latch?
I think this is a very good matchup. I think it's a long-awaited one. Both guys obviously have faced each other before, but now this is a rematch, and both guys are somewhat in their prime. So both guys are a lot better. Both guys are evolved. Now this is a much more interesting matchup, I think. You know, before it was just wrestler versus striker, except obviously Rocky Edwards, he was way more green, you know, so even his striking was very early on. And, yeah, I mean, it was the wrestling that eventually broke Edwards down and made him lose by decision. But he did have some pretty good, pretty bright spots on the feet. But now Kamaru Usman also has evolved on the feet. So Leon's coming in as a plus 310 underdog. So, you know, he's a pretty decent-sized underdog. I think Usman's recent streak of performances has really inflated this number. I feel like this fight's a lot closer than that. I feel like this should be like the Jose Aldo Merab fight. It should be almost even with, I think, Kamaru having a slight favorite. Being the slight favorite, just because I think Leon offers so much that he poses so much danger, I think, to Kamaru. You know, I think Leon, he's gonna be slightly taller, and he actually has a reach disadvantage, but he fights longer and straighter than Kamaru. You know, yeah. Kamaru tends to throw a lot more hooks. Even with Kamaru's growth in his striking, I feel like Leon still has a striking advantage. I feel like he's just the much more better striker. Like I said, he likes to throw his punches straight compared to Usman's looping punches. I feel like Leon got some underrated kicks, man. I feel like his kicks are so powerful sometimes. He can go low and high, and obviously with Usman's lead leg, is there to take, and I think he's going to take it, you know. The biggest question, which is the wrestling. Obviously, that's how Kamaru Usman won his first fight. I think Leon's wrestling has improved a lot. I think he's a decent wrestler. I don't know if he'll be able to consistently stop Kamaru, but I feel like Kamaru is not going to shoot consistently like he did the first fight, and I think that'll leave a lot of opportunity for Leon to get his licks in, you know, get some good shots in. And I think he'll get some in for sure. With Leon, one of my biggest questions is his wrestling, and then the other one is his durability. It was maybe like a slip-up. But how you get hurt by Nate, bro, like that?
I was like, he's not even a natural welterweight, bro.
I know, but Nate is a big guy, and, I mean, I think his striking is a little overrated, but he's still a good striker, I think, right? And he offers a very unique skill set, obviously being so durable and always being there. And obviously that was the last fight, so Leon was probably a little tired, you know, maybe a little fatigued, and then he kind of let his guard down. But if Nate can catch you, bro, Usman might be able to catch you, you know. The only thing that was a straight one, too, something that Kamaru doesn't throw as often, you know. He likes to throw maybe the one and the hook instead. So... But that's a slight question, you know, that and his wrestling. But what do you think Kamaru's strengths are, and what do you think he's gonna? How do you think he's gonna approach this matchup the second time?
You know, I think he kind of fell in love with the hand, so I think he's gonna try to box in there. Yeah. And I think he does have a power advantage, but he does have a speed disadvantage. I think when I rewatched the Nate Diaz fight again against Leon Edwards, man. Leon was fast, dude.
I think so,
especially in the earlier rounds. I was like, dang, that dude's fast. And he brought a diverse set of weapons with him, you know. He brought the kicks. Like, he was even tossing them around with, you know.
Yeah,
I mean?
He was strong in the clinch, man.
Yeah, and I was like, dang. Like he was pretty good. He looked pretty good out there. But, I mean, we can't forget, you know, Kamaru Usman. He's the champ. He's been overlooked many times, you know. I think it's really close. I don't know. I think Kamaru Usman, I think the power is going to be too much, man. Especially, like, if Nate Diaz caught him, I was like, I think he won't see the hook coming and at some point, and I think it's going to
catch him.
It's going to catch him. I don't think he'll knock him out clean, though. But I think it's going to be a TKO win. But I wouldn't be surprised if Leon Edwards, you know, with the diverse set of, you know, attacks that he has, like, if he carries that to a decision win, you know. Like, I don't think the wrestling is really going to come out in this fight. honestly.
You don't think so at all?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, I think it will show up, but it's not gonna be like a major factor. Just because like on some interviews I saw with Kamaru Usman, like he was kind of saying, you know, he doesn't expect it to be like the first fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he dominated that fight wrestling, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like, I mean, it could be just words, you know, but I don't know. I think he's looking to make a statement, and there's no better statement than to knock out Leon Edwards, who's currently ranked number 2. Yeah, you say you got Leon, right?
Well, I didn't say anything, but
Oh.
I do think Leon has all the tools to win this fight. And I think on paper, he should win this fight. So that being said, I have Leon by decision. I just think he's going to chew that front leg and make Kamaru's... he's really going to slow Kamaru down that way. I think Usman's striking is still super awkward. You know, like it still feels like he's still learning.
Yeah.
And, you know, his defense is decent, but at times it falters. He likes to duck his head a lot. And the uppercut will be there, something that Leon does throw. And Leon's a taller fighter, and the knee will be there too. I don't know if he's going to throw it because he'll risk getting taken down. But, I mean, it's going to show... I think two things are going to show who starts faster, and then who... if the wrestling does take apart, what happens? Like, does he stop the takedown clean? Does he get taken down and get right back up? Or does he get held? A lot of questions will be answered very early, I think. And, yeah, but I think on paper, Leon should win. The only thing is Kamaru, like you said, he has the power advantage. He can't be counted out. You know, he has the heart of a champion. Like, I've doubted Kamaru before against guys who, in my opinion, were better on paper, like Gilbert Burns. He had all the tools to beat him as well, and almost did. But Kamaru obviously came back and was able to beat him. But I think on paper, Edwards wins by decision. I think he has all the tools to win this fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kamaru Usman wins. I think he TKOs him. I think so.
I think he has to, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if Usman TKOs him, because like I was looking at Usman's record, honestly not the greatest, especially because it's a lot of the same guys. You know, Covington obviously twice, Jorge twice, Gilbert Burns. Like it's not
his last 5, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like not the most impressive resume. But then you look at like who the contenders are. And Colby is the second best guy. You know, Gilbert Burns is really good at welterweight. You know, Jorge, you know, he's obviously the less talented of the 3, but he did knock him out. Like he made him look like a journeyman kind of thing, you know. And his performances have been really good. So, so you know, you can't say if he's able to finish Leon, bruh. I think I think Leon's really good. I feel like he's super underrated. I think just because he waited it out, you know, so he hasn't been very active. Yeah. He doesn't have the fan base I think he should have, especially being from England. But I don't know. You can never count Usman out with the power. So, but yeah, let us know down below what you think. Do you think Kamaru Usman remains champion, or do you think Leon Rocky Edwards has his moment and takes the belt and becomes the new UFC welterweight champion? Let us know down below what you think. And yeah, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, check out our other videos. We're doing every other fight on this same card from opener to the top. We'll see you in 2 weeks for Cyril Gane versus Taito Iwasa. And yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights. Don't forget to tune in, and we'll see you then.
Yep.
See you.
See ya.